Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron for the New Order, Last Days of Europe, with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and the Empire of Japan. So in the last episode we have secured quite a lot of territory for New Granada. I'm actually really happy with the current situation. We've gained even the capital of Bogoda for them and secured the area around Quibdó. I actually think that they started with something like this. So the fact that they have this much territory is a really good sign for us. Now today we're going to continue with the campaign, but I want to focus a little bit more on Cameroon and watch the situation closer, because I fumbled. You guys had nothing to do with it because, you weren't there, but I completely fumbled the fight here. Still don't know what I did wrong, because we built the port, we stationed the navy, we even increased the naval patrol, so I have no idea how they pushed us out. Still, the game has certain mechanics that, are kind of hard to understand. Last but not least, I wanted to look at the GDP, which is growing by a pretty decent amount right now. Inflation is doing well, corporatism is doing well, we have a ton of political power, which is amazing. Some saving in for corporate relief. The government stability is just amazing, same as public and House of Peer support, so we're doing pretty damn good. I just wish the government stability had some kind of connection to something else, rather than just being an arbitrary thing that you have there and you have to figure out what to do with it. Okay, now we've kind of blocked ourselves over here. I don't know where to attack. At this point, I would really like it if we could maybe push into... well, I guess we're gonna attack over here. Nope, we're not gonna win that one. Okay. So never mind. Let us reinforce our units and see what's gonna happen. Yeah, our allies completely ignore our intentions here, and they're just moving away. Here's Medellin. Here. Okay, so you're moving some troops away. So what I can do here is I can just prepare for an attack over here. Give ourselves a little bit of a planning. We can have a 103% planning bonus. Now that is a pretty decent number. So how's research going? We have a ton of things in the making. None of those are actually very significant for now, because they will come in a couple of months. Okay, so we already have 6%. Let us wait for this unit to leave, and then we're gonna launch the attack tomorrow in the morning. Oh, okay, they send in a different one then. Let me see, could we potentially... Yes, we can send one more volunteer division. Oh, that's really good. Okay. So, where do I have you? I need to split the third one. I found that with the gain of territory we might be able to send in more, but I'm glad I checked. And can we send in... okay, and would it be possible to send in an Air Force? A single air unit would be good, right? Rookies 2, rookies 3. What about you? You even have a... And we're gonna try it and see if they are able to help. With the third unit, I'm pretty sure we could definitely break through here. But that one unit can operate even down here. Okay, 3 dockyards. Okay, guys have been all upgraded. Well... I really don't have much to build now, honestly, apart from carriers. So how many dockyards do we have? 25. We use 10. So we can build 2 Seiryu nuclear refits, I think. Or I could call this one... okay, can I save it as new? Let's call this Niigata class. And we're gonna switch you for hangar space. We're gonna get the carrier nuclear engine. Actually, wait, I think I'm updating the wrong one. Yep, I wanted to update this one. It's gonna be cheaper. I could even make you a completely devoid of anything here. You got secondary battery, anti-air missile. If we gave you the... yeah, that would make you much weaker. Okay. Secondary battery. Oh no, that makes little sense. Okay, so let's call this one Niigata class. Oh, I don't have enough Navy experience. Really? Okay, then I guess we're doing it like this. So that we have enough Navy experience. So we'll be a little bit more conservative on Niigata class, and we're gonna build. How many convoys do we have? I didn't check. 64, and we got 200 in stockpile. Okay, so it's 5 and 2 Niigata class. Does that make sense? I think it does. Okay, so now the Niigatas are being built and yep. We're gonna be done 21st November. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. So we're building 2 new carriers and a couple of convoys at this point, and we're upgrading the last 2 cruisers. Okay, well they're attacking us. The Yunnan disaster. Report on the status of the Western insurrection to the Prime Minister. Jesus. To the Prime Minister and the National Diet. The rebellion under Long Yun and the so-called National Protection Army has advanced at a shockingly rapid rate. It is clear now that Sichuan is definitely under rebel control and other central provinces are either occupied or in dispute. Second, there is still a chance for the reorganized national government of the Republic of China to defeat the insurgency on its own. However, in the worst case, Nanjing may well be lost before imperial forces can intervene. Needless to say, this is a great danger. To lose China is to lose the whole of Greater East Asia, as we well know. 3. To stave off the possibility of worse outcome, Japan will resummon the most Japanophilic officials in China to re-establish the North China Political Council, which will rule North China temporarily under Japan's direct control. Nanjing has already been sent a notification of this action, and our forces have assumed responsibility for the territory in question. 4. Daihone is mobilizing our divisions and fleets in the home islands to prepare against the worst-case scenario requiring our immediate attention. It will not be long before our forces are in the right position. Furthermore, Daitoa Sho is sending decrees to the allied nations of the Global Prosperity Sphere to requisition their assistance against Wang Yun's anarchic rebellion. 5. For now, the imperial government will prepare and wait until RGOC begs for help or is lost. Let it not be said of us that we are a puppet master with no regard for the will of the allied nations. We will not intervene until Nanjing tells us to. With how things have played out, even letting them hang is likely to end in our favor. So North China will be demilitarized. Should the worst happen, they will replace Nanjing as the new national government. Okay. And by then, we shall join them in order to restore the Middle Kingdom. Okay. This, however, means that we need to prepare our armies for such inevitability. So 3rd and 4th Imperial Army. Okay, so you guys are gonna be over here. And you guys are gonna be over here. In preparation for the attack. Did I see a unit? Yeah, I saw a unit over here. Okay, it's retreating. Okay, good. So, yeah, China is not doing good. China is not doing good. And that is a bit of a pickle for us. Corporate relief is coming soon. Okay, so this attack has been repelled. Can we now launch an attack over here? Yes, we can. We're gonna get in there and then attack down here. And that will take care of these areas. Okay, the last unit is gonna arrive one. So the enemy has fighters, support planes, and what the hell is our Air Force? Okay, now they've arrived. Ah, okay, so now we can have them here. Okay, that's gonna help a lot because we'll have control of the sky. I don't think we'll be able to send in more, but just to make absolutely sure. Let me see if I can. No, I can't. Okay, so only one is allowed. But these are the best we have. And in a direct conflict, they should be able to shoot down the enemies anyway. We've had that happen before and they've done well. Okay, we lost a little bit of production power here. We lost a ton of production power here, and I'm not sure why, but okay. Okay, now attack over here. We should be fine. Okay, you guys arrived. Do we want to send you south or do we want to send you north? I think we're gonna send you... over here and to attack. For now, that's gonna clear out a little bit of territory for us. Ace pilot promoted. Good for him. Okay, and this is looking like we're gonna win it. The planning bonus is giving us a little bit of a intel advantage. Actual intel advantage. Do we have spies in here? No, we keep you in there in our back room. Let's send you to here. Let us get a little bit of a bonus. I mean, every little bit is gonna help. Tjovel DEFCON re-elected in the forest, and I'm 100% sure I read that wrong. Election in the Faroe Islands have yielded a victory for incumbent President Erlendur Patursson and his left-wing Tjovel DEFCON party. Starting as a party broadly committed to Faroe's independence, the Tjovel DEFCON will continue to build upon the coalition it has built with fellow leftist party in the Javna of Flokurin, with the joint goal of further increasing Faroe's standard of living. Whilst not opposed to continued membership within the OFN, the party is more in favor of establishing a roadmap of reducing commitment to the defense obligations posed, alongside increased economic self-governance. There's a dot here. International reactions have been limited, although American foreign policy experts have been carefully keeping an eye on the situation. Democracy in action. Surprisingly, our units are able to completely dominate the situation here. Ace pilot promoted. You are not supposed to be there. So let me just make sure that you'll take care of this. Okay, let us check on Cameroon and its situation. They seem to be still expanding. That is amazing. Though we haven't really done anything to help them recently, have we? Expand military shipments, supply air vehicles, send armed insurgencies, send advisors, provide training. Oh, we're doing all we can. Yeah, we can't send them equipment now because they're being blockaded. Oh well, I wouldn't send them anything anyway, so I'm not sure why I'm playing like this. Great, you're actually doing an amazing job here. You're doing an amazing job over here. And with you advancing in here, we can immediately continue attacking. And making sure they take as many casualties as possible. So this area has been secured. And we're just gonna hold on here because the enemies are fighting amongst themselves. So if they actually hold this area for us, we can then send you... Oh, there was Bogota. Really? You don't say. Okay, corporate relief has been finished. Jesus. We're all over the place with this. So Bill and the Dad will be done in 45 days. And when it passes, it increases the GDP by 0.5%. I was expecting a little bit more, honestly. That's really not that great. I mean, 0.5% GDP is still 0.5% GDP, so I'm not gonna complain. It is a significant improvement, but I was just expecting a little bit more. Promise to restructure. So political power is lowered by 50. GDP growth will increase by 0.25, and we increase our GDP by 0.5%. Our economy will become more decentralized. Okay, I think this is a good one. That is a good one to get, because the sooner we get an increase in GDP and the GDP growth, the stronger our economy will get. Sato Eisaku's gifted negotiation skills have brought the corporation to the negotiating table. Unlike the days of Ino, where grafts and gift money would pass without a second thought, Minister Sato has successfully convinced Mitsui, Mitsubishi, and Sumitomo to restructure their more unprofitable assets and subsidiaries. This also includes the deregulation of auxiliary wartime production such as electronics and machine tools, as well as the reconstruction of automotive production lines to suit private needs and demand. It is not a total restructuring of the economy. We believe in the ideals of caution and continuous reform, but it is a step in the right direction, and let's hope that Japan can begin its road to recovery from here. So together with this bill, we're going to increase by the end of the month, well actually end of the year, by 1% our GDP. The growth is going to go up by additional 0.25%, and the economy will be more decentralized. So that is actually a pretty good step. I cannot complain about that. Okay, so you push them out. I wonder if we should take Medellin next. We could try to push the border a little bit more before turning around to Bogota, and actually seems like a good option here because they're launching an attack of their own, so counter-attacking is going to be a fairly easy task. You can just hold here. Yeah, I feel like New Granada is becoming a dominant option here. Okay, in the scorched valleys and raised jungles of Colombia, the Republic of Colombia has defeated the Revolutionary Union. Nothing more cruel and inhuman than a war, nothing more desirable than a peace. But peace has its causes. It is an effect, the effective response from mutual rights. So we have only one enemy now. A dangerous enemy, to be precise. But I believe we can do it. Our units are stronger than any of theirs. At which point we can actually advance over here. Wait, could we attack? What would the effect be here? It would be fairly poor, but it's giving our allies the option to advance. We lost some production units. That's fine. Foreign policy. What can we do for you? My technical test infantry weapons. Test bombers, test defoliants, testing decision, test a doctrine, provide technical assistance. Okay, let's do that one. We want to give them the edge they need, because we are, in fact, struggling a little bit here. So let us make sure that we do as much as we can here. So hopefully you're taking this area, because that was the goal. West Africa escalates, the war grows. We will be able to send volunteers. Oh yes, The Prime Minister read the memo, a grim expression on his face. It was confirmed. The Americans were preparing to intervene in West Africa. The intelligence was solid and well-sourced. He wasn't especially surprised by the news. Nor was anyone else in his cabinet or the military. They had been expecting the American to intervene sooner or later. It wasn't in their nature to remain complacent when their interests were threatened. Japan was much the same. It was fortunate that they were similarly prepared for this development. Snap drills and readiness checks for the past few weeks had been concluded in preparation for a deployment. It hadn't been specified why they were happening to the soldiers, but the government had resolved that if America decided to escalate the conflict, they would be able to respond just as quickly. The outcome would now be determined by investment, and the Prime Minister expected that America was in this war to win it, so Japan would need to send whatever was needed and what they could afford to ensure that interests were protected, if for no other reason than the Americans were going to do the same thing. Once more, they would ensure that America walked away from this fight broken, bloody, and defeated. The rising sun has not yet set. It was time for the world to be reminded of that. Okay, so let us see if we have options to send in more than just one unit. Oh, this is really nice. This is really nice because this one doesn't cost us anything. Expand military operations is impossible because we haven't defended the Gulf of Guinea. Okay, so I have literally shot myself in the foot here. Okay, let us instead airdrop supplies. Wait, we can't do more? We can just do one at a time. Supply air vehicles. Well, anyway, I think that we'll deal with this in the next episode. I'm kind of content that this is a big change, so I'll need to look into it a bit more and decide what we're going to do. Suffice to say, we're going to continue with New Granada, and then we're going to continue with the support of Cameroon as well. We're going to defeat the Americans. You betcha.